Well, hello again. I didn't intend to originally get back to you this soon, but we're having a few problems. I want to kind of put a kibosh on them as fast as possible. Number one, this is for all of the COMM 101, that's the Fundamentals of Public Speaking students. One of the students called and pointed out to me that there was no second week information in either the course calendar or the syllabus on the assignments. And he was right. And I fixed that. So take a look at the COMM 101 course syllabus and also the course calendar, and to pay particular attention to first, second, and third week. And essentially the second week is where there was nothing there, and it happened to be a time where there was a speech assignment, so you want to take a look at that and make sure you don't miss those assignments. Now, the other situation that is getting really critical is there's a lot to read. I realize that in an online class. So what I'm going to say now is for everybody in the COMM classes and then the IVYT 120 classes. So please pay special attention. For those of you that are in the online classes, you were told how to communicate with me. And what you were told is, if you'll read all of the stuff that's posted, and that's always a good idea, is spend a lot of time reading all of the different tabs, check and make sure you know what's being talked about. You will see that it says that whenever you communicate with me, on the subject line of the email message, you are to put either IVYT 120 80N or IVYT 120 08N for the face-to-face class, or in the COMM class, COMM, COMM 101 80N. Now, did you hear something there? I have three classes. Two of them are 80N, and one of them is 08N. So if somebody transposed a number, theoretically, all of them could come as 80N. But if you don't put COMM or IVYT, two things happen. One, I have no idea what class you're in. I don't have time to go and look up every message and see who it is and what the message is. So here's the point. Always put the COMM or IVYT, all right, COMM 101, 80N, 80N. If you don't do that, I have no idea. I have 80Ns all over the place. I only have one COMM 80N. That's a section number of a class. I only have one IVYT 80N. But if all you put on your message to me is 80N, you could be in IVYT 80N, you could be in COMM 80N, or you could have transposed the numbers and be in IVYT 08N, and you wrote it as 80N. Okay? Please follow that direction. It is crucial. Also, I have set up my email so when a message comes in and it's addressed to IVYT or COMM, it automatically puts it in a folder. If you don't do that, your message could get you should see how many email messages I get a day, and it could really get misplaced. So don't let that happen to you. Number two, all of you were told about fantasy names. Not so much of a problem in the face-to-face classes because I was able to talk to you. But it's amazing how few of you have read what the directions were. It said one word, no more than 10 letters. I'm getting 2 words. I'm getting things that have more than 10 letters. You're also instructed no numbers in what it is that you send. And so, you know, when you send fantasy name, and this is what I get. You send it to me, Keith Klein, ivtech.edu, and it says fantasy name. For what class? I have 3 classes. I've got at least 30 people in each class. I don't need to go and look up 90 names to find out which class you're in. All right? Please follow the directions. Pick an appropriate fantasy name and send it to the appropriate address as I've just described. Now, one final thing. Never, but never use text writing in this class. I had somebody that sent me a message and it had kind of text writing. Actually, they left out all the vowels in the word. Don't do that. when you send me something, whether it's in the subject line or in the message itself, if the word you is spelled Y-O-U, I don't want to see it as the letter U. If there's an I in it, like I, not lowercase, that's text writing. You're in college now. Please don't do that. Okay, so remember how to address an email message to me, what to put on the subject line. It's got to include the course and the section number. Recheck your fantasy name and check the message you sent me and make sure you followed the directions on that. If I didn't get it according to what class and section you're in, you may not have a fantasy name, and thus you're not going to know what your grades are or anything else. Okay? Have any questions, call me. The textbooks are in. The people who are in the face-to-face class, clickers are in. If you're not in a face-to-face class, you don't have to worry about clickers. And there's some very specific instructions about things you're supposed to do in the COMM class. You had a syllabus quiz you're supposed to do in the COMM class. Make sure you do that. And if you have any questions at all about directions or anything, give me a shout, okay? We're going to stop now. That's it. We'll be talking to you later. But please, please, please follow the directions. It's been a bad week. Blackboard wasn't working at the beginning of the week. I apologize for that. That was statewide. We've had problems with email being really slow. We've had problems with Campus Connect. We think we've got things fixed. We found that some things that were loaded to Blackboard were incomplete when they were loaded. We think we've got everything ready. If you think there's a problem or a mistake, call me. You got a toll-free number and you have the direct line numbers and all that. Give me a call. I'd rather find out that we've got a problem and get it fixed than not to know that there was a problem there. Okay? I mean, I thought everything was put in properly, and then we discover after the fact that no, there were some mistakes. So, something happened in the ether with computers. I don't understand it, but it happens. All right. We'll talk to you later. Have a good one.